Here are the kids, here's the van, here's the builder, and here's the one in charge of the tea. Welcome to Chaos in a Crafter. Join us this week as we pick up the van and get started on the build.
Good morning. Thought I'd try recording a bit of the journey up here. So I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning, heading up to London. Going to go pick up the van. Bought it from a used car dealership in North London. They were offering the best price for it's a pre-registered van, so it's essentially brand new. Just got 100 miles on it, but it was registered to the dealer so that they can meet their sales target for 1 month. Stay tuned.
So after months of planning, we finally got her. She is a long wheelbase VW Crafter Commerce Plus with an automatic gearbox. And would you just look at that beautiful black paint? It is a real mirror finish on this really warm, sunny day in London.
First impressions of the van, it's got just 1 mile on it, and now I've been driving for a few minutes. It now has 3 miles on it. So you're getting my very first opinions, and I'll maybe update these as I become more accustomed to the van. But it is comfortable, really comfortable. You sit very high up, it is quiet, the seats supportive, there's loads of leg room. Frankly, it's a joy to drive. In fact, do you know what? This is actually a really, really lovely place to sit, and I can see that if we're going to spend hopefully years and years to come driving all across Europe, that actually we should be able to get quite a lot out of it without really feeling uncomfortable. It is fantastic. I am enjoying it. It's got cruise control, it's got automatic lights, automatic wipers, automatic gearbox, automatic hold on the brakes. Frankly, we're a long way past commercial vehicles of old where you're in a rusty tin can with no creature comforts. Actually, certainly on a VW Crafter Commerce Plus, we've got quite a lot of luxury in here actually. Nobody else has been sitting and farting into these seats before me, so I get to be the first to experience that pleasure.
What are you doing today?
We've literally just got the van back. It doesn't really fit on the drive, but we'll figure out that plan. These gates needed replacing anyway. So first job is super simple. First job is to take out the bulkhead, separating the cab from the back. My first go on my new impact driver. So yeah, very simple job. Can you pick that up and take it to the back? Can you take the yellow handle to the back?
I got it.
That's it, right to the back of the van.
Okay.
Thank you, girls. That's it. Right, now let's get it out of here. I'm going to need your help moving it, please. I think I'll be okay coming back there, but I need to cut it in more.
A few moments later.
So, first job is we need to take all the ply lining out of the van because we want to insulate behind the walls. It all has to come out, and it's been rather crudely screwed directly into the bare metal, so we're going to have to file down and deburr and then treat the holes that have been left in the van. But otherwise, the ply lining's pretty good. We'll be able to keep it, and at the very least it'll be used as a template, or potentially we might be able to reinstall it at the end. But it's been siliconed at the bottom, so I'm going to cut it out a little. Oh, there we go. There we go. And out it comes.
I'm gonna get stuck. You're not gonna get
go.
Right. Use your fingers. You can do it. I can use it. I've got one.
Done.
Now I'll put it in the pile.
And there's the next wheel arch.
Oh, yay. We can do another one. Yay. I can hold that.
Thanks, Lyra. Oh, hurdy-gurdy. So what I have been doing is I have started off this morning by filing down the holes in the metalwork in the van where the ply lining was attached. But I've been thinking that actually it might be a bit pointless trying to do that, because first of all, I'm not going to be able to file down the other side of the penetrations, on the other side of the panel. So some of the panels where they're open, I can get in and behind, and I can file the back side of them, but on other parts where they've been screwed in, I'm not going to be able to get behind because they're into parts of the bodywork that are sealed in. Now, none of these penetrations go through the actual skin of the van, so there is no hole in the outside of the van as such, so I don't think we need to worry about rust, but I just was annoyed by the fact that there were these little sharp bits of metal around the van. Realistically, I don't actually think I need to file them down. I think we can get away with they'll be covered up anyway. They'll be covered by the insulation and the panelling and everything else. So I've spent the first half an hour this morning starting to file them down, but I don't think we need to do it anymore. So instead, I'm going to move on to a slightly more exciting job, or maybe not that exciting, pulling off the side panels of the van so we can seal the holes down the side of the van. So this job is quite an important job, even though it's quite a minor one, which is that there are holes in the side of the van. So these trim panels are held on with little clips and some tape along the top. Now the problem is that over time water can get behind these panels and you've got holes directly onto the inside of your van, so this will rust if you don't do anything. Now for most commercial vans that's not really much of a problem because the lifespans of the van tend to be shorter than the lifespans of these panels even when they do start to rust, because vans tend to only live for about 140,000 miles and for about 10 years. We're hoping to get significantly longer out of that and maintain the value of the investment we're putting into this. So what we want to do is take off these trim panels, fill the holes. You can either do it with Sikaflex or an equivalent sealant, or we've got little rubberized caps that go in and then the clips sit back in them. So I'll show you that in a second. But the first thing to do is take this trim panel off. I have just used some of these cheap plastic auto trim removers to pry off the clips at the bottom. And now it's the top bit which is a little bit trickier because this bit is stuck with tape and the clips. So I just need to gently, to avoid damaging the clips and the trim and the van, which I'm not doing all that well. I just need to gently pry these off. Holes in the van that hold the trim in place. There's one clip in the end there still left in, but you can see the clips in the back of the panel as well. And the clips are no problem at all, but it's this horribly sticky tape that's running along the top of this line. So I'm going to have to remove that tape, give it a good clean off. I'm just using some isopropyl alcohol to clean that off. And then what we'll do is we'll plug those holes and then we'll be able to put the trim back on. Cool. The special tool I've got now is a little rubberized disc, and all it does is it spins around at high speed and lifts all this horrible sticky tape off. It's used generally for getting decals or stickers off the side of vehicles, and it just fits into a normal sort of combi drill. You want high speed, but other than that it should hopefully just lift the stuff straight off. I've certainly noticed that actually the high speed does make it go a lot quicker, but you do need a bit more muscle power to hold it still in the right place. So what we've got now is we've got these little rubber stops, almost little rubber bungs. All you need to do is just slide them into each hole, and then the clips will go straight back in, and all that does is seals up these penetrations and stops the water from getting in them. So
Thanks so much for joining us on this first step of our campervan journey. If you enjoyed seeing the van reveal and the prep work getting started, please hit that like button and subscribe to follow along as the chaos unfolds. Got any tips or questions? Drop them in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.